Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Paul. Welcome to another online story time with the Tulsa City County Library. Today we're going to be reading 3 green books. So I want you to keep an eye out for all the green things in the book. But before we start reading stories, let's sing a song together. I'm going to sing the song I always start story time with. So if you want, go ahead and stand up. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're going to do a little moving around. Go ahead and warm your hands up though. We're going to be doing some clapping, and it's good to clap with warm hands, so warm them up just a little bit, just like that, just by rubbing them together. There. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, spin around. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, spin around. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, spin around. Woo! If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. Pat, pat. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. Pat, pat. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, pat your head. Pat, pat. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Good job. All right, let's sit back down and let's start reading stories. The first story I'm going to read today is called Where is the Green Sheep? This book is written by Mem Fox and Judy Horacek. Can you find the green sheep? That sheep looks like it's yellow to me, and that sheep looks like orange, and that sheep looks like red, and if we open the book, there's more on the back, and I see a blue sheep, and I see a violet or a purple sheep, but I do not see a green sheep. I see green grass. I see a hill, a grassy hill that is green, but no green sheep yet. So let's keep looking. Let's keep an eye out for the green sheep. Here we go. Here is the blue sheep. And here is the red sheep. Here is the bath sheep. And here is the bed sheep. But where is the green sheep? I see a green book. I see a green vase, but no green sheep. Let's keep looking. Here is the thin sheep, and here is the wide sheep. Here is the swing sheep, and here is the slide sheep. But where is the green sheep? Do you see anything green on this page? I don't. I see a little bit of green here, but that's part of the book. That's not on the page. There's nothing green on that page. Especially not a green sheep. So let's keep looking. Here is the up sheep. And here is the down sheep. Here is the band sheep. And here is the clown sheep. But where is the green sheep? Do you see something green on this page? It looks like one of the balls that the sheep is juggling. That looks green to me. But no green sheep. Let's keep looking. Here is the sun sheep. And here is the rain sheep. Here is the car sheep, and here is the train sheep. But where is the green sheep? What do you see that's green on this page? Ooh, that snail in the train window looks like it has a green shell. And of course, the green grass. But no green sheep. Let's keep looking. Here is the wind sheep. And here is the wave sheep. Here is the scared sheep, and here is the brave sheep. But where is the green sheep? Do you see a green sheep? I don't. Let's keep looking. We'll find it. We'll find the green sheep. Oh! Here is the near sheep. And here is the far sheep. Here is the moon sheep. And here is the star sheep. Ooh, there's a green star right there. There's another green star too. But where is the green sheep? There are so many different kinds of sheep. I see a red sheep, and I see a purple sheep, and I see a yellow sheep, and I see a sheep with wings, and I see a sheep with a parachute, and I see a sheep riding a bicycle. But where is the green sheep? Where is that green sheep? Let's turn the page quietly. Let's take a peep. Here's our green sheep, fast asleep. No wonder we couldn't find that sheep. It was sleeping behind a bush the whole time. And that's the story of Where is the Green Sheep? All right. I am going to take a sip of water. Oh, that's good. Let's read another book together. Let's read book number 2. Raccoon on His Own. This is one of my favorites. I've been reading this book for many, many years. This is by Jim Arnosky. He wrote all the words and he drew all the pictures. And there's the little raccoon. Right there. This is another very fun book for looking. We looked for a green sheep. And in this book, there's lots of different things hiding in the swamp. It's a very, very green swamp. For instance, do you see that animal there? It looks like a snake. There's a snake in the swamp and lots of other animals too. So let's keep an eye out for as many animals as we can. Pardon me. This is how the story starts. In the dark swamp, a new day dawned, like a sleepy eye opening slowly. A small wooden boat floated, nudged against some mud. Which animals can you see? I can see 2 different kinds of animals. I can see 3 birds, and I can see 1 snake. Let's see what animals are on this page. There are those birds. And look who's coming along. The mud was soft and sandy. A mother raccoon with her young came to dig and search for food. There they are. Mother found a crunchy crawfish. 2 of the young raccoons dug for crawfish near the boat with their little raccoon hands and their little raccoon claws. Everybody get your claws ready. These are very, very good for digging. And you go, actually, let me use both my hands so I can show you. And then when you find a crawfish, you grab it and you go. And that's what they're doing right now. They're looking for food by digging. But the 3rd young raccoon was not hungry. He wanted to climb. And there he goes, up onto that boat. The hungry raccoons quickly dug up all the mud around the boat. With no sticky mud to hold it, the boat began to float away. The raccoon in the boat looked up. A chill ran down his spine. He was drifting in the boat alone. He was on his own for the very first time. Afraid to jump into the dark water, he stared back at the mud bank. The boat carried him silently downstream. The raccoon reached up to grab a sturdy branch and climb out of the moving boat, but the branch was too high. Everybody get your little claws ready. And reach up and up and up and up and up and up. Ah, good stretch. But it was still too high. The boat glided under another branch. This branch was low enough to climb. But the raccoon saw the shape of a long snake draped across the branch, and he ducked down. He crawled to the other end of the boat. Downstream he saw shadowy shapes of plants and trees sticking up out of the water. The raccoon looked down into the dark stream and saw a raccoon looking back at him. His reflection kept him company as the boat moved along through air so still, on water so smooth. And if you look very, very carefully, you see the raccoon in the boat, and you see his reflection down below in the water, and there in the background, do you see? That's right. As the boat passed through a bunch of water lilies, something huge made a great splash. Oh, what is that in the water? Do you see that? What do you think it could be? It was a great big alligator that had been hiding under the lily pads. Oh. Whew. I'm glad the raccoon is in that boat. Sweet, 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 came a sound from above. The raccoon looked up and saw 5 young warblers. Sweet, 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 the birds called down. The raccoon chirred back at them. Tiny turtles swam up to the boat. The raccoon reached into the water to touch one turtle's shell, and all 3 scattered away. A mother merganser paddled by, leading her 9 little ducklings. The raccoon watched the ducklings, swimming close to their mother. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Do you see up in the tree? Do you see another mother? That's right. There's a mother duck, and there's that mother raccoon. Suddenly, the boat bumped into another mud bank and stopped. The raccoon saw his family coming to meet him. He ran to his mother. And just like that, they were all together again, downstream. And that's the story of Raccoon on His Own. Did you see lots of animals in the background? There's lots of them hiding. I also love how green the water is. Look at how green that water is. We usually think of water as being blue, and when we draw it, sometimes we grab a blue crayon and scribble some blue waves and some blue droplets and some blue splashes. But look, sometimes it can be green, especially if you are in a swamp. That's some green water. At least it looks green. So that's Raccoon on His Own by Jim Arnosky. Let's sing a song about a swamp. Let's sing a song about 5 frogs on a log. So hold up some fingers. We're going to do a little counting and a little singing. And this is how the song goes. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there were 4 green speckled frogs. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there were 2 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there was 1 green speckled frog. Ribbit, ribbit. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there were no green speckled frogs. Good job. All right. We have 1 book left. Before I read it, I'm going to drink some more water. This is a good opportunity to talk about what we've read. That's one of the 5 Build-A-Reader skills that we focus on here at TCCL Storytimes. Talking, singing, reading, writing, and playing. But let's talk about talking. Because, since I'm holding some water, you can tell me, what color is this water? We looked at blue water and we looked at green water, but what color is this? This water, it looks like it's me. It's colored like me. Whatever color I am is the color of the water. And if I hold it up to my shirt, it becomes that water too, that color too. Look at that. Water can be all kinds of colors. So that's a great way to talk about what you've read. And that builds memory retention, and it builds vocabulary, and it builds love of books too, because it helps remind us that books are connected to the world around us as we read, and we can think about books as we walk through the world, even as we think about the world as we read a book. So this last story is called Green Pants. Do you own a pair of green pants? I can't say that I do, and I don't know that I never, ever have. But this child loves his green pants. Loves them. This book is by Kenneth Kragle. He wrote all the words and drew all the pictures. Green pants. Ooh, look at all that green, too. Just a big green page. Excuse me. Oh, there he is. Listening to some music and dancing. He loves to dance, too, and he's very good at it. Loves to dance in his green pants. His name's Jameson, by the way. Hello, Jameson. Jameson only ever wore green pants. When he wore green pants, he could do anything. And look, you thought he just had 1 green pair of pants. He has at least 6 green pairs of pants. The only color of pants he likes to wear. Look at all the things he can do when he wears green pants. He can dunk a basketball. Whoa! He can dive. He can do flips into the water. And he could dance. He's so good at dancing. Look at all the different moves he can do. Sometimes people try to get Jameson to wear pants of a different color, like these blue jeans. Thanks, but no thanks. But one way or another, Jameson made sure they didn't end up in his closet. Sometimes he threw them in a tree. Or sometimes he put them on doggies. I don't think you're supposed to treat your gifts that way. But what can we say? He loved green pants, and only green pants. Well, one day, Jameson's cousin, there's his cousin there, Armando, he came by with his fiancée, Jo. Fiancée means they're getting married. Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations, Armando and Jo. Jo had the nicest smile Jameson had ever seen, and her eyes seemed to sparkle like the autumn sun shining upon a running river. Hey, Jameson, we have a question for you, Armando said. Would you like to be in our wedding? Jo asked. Oh, absolutely, Jameson replied, staring deeply into Jo's bright eyes. The next morning, Jameson's mother said, You know, being in a wedding is a big deal. There will be a lot of standing. No problem, Jameson said. And you'll have to smile nicely for all the photos. No problem. And you'll have to use your best manners at dinner. No problem. And one more thing, his mother said slowly. You will have to wear a tuxedo. Okay, Jameson said. No problem. Jameson, the tuxedo will be black. What? Jameson gasped. Black pants? Black? Are you sure? Yes, I'm afraid so. At the tuxedo fitting, Jameson rejected every pair of black pants that he was given to try. There he is, flinging them out of the dressing stall. But he was quite impressed with how striking his green pants looked with the rest of his tuxedo. Look at that. Doesn't look bad, huh? His mother, however, remained firm. If you want to be in the wedding, you'll have to wear black pants. The day of the wedding came, and Jameson still hadn't made up his mind. I'm sorry, you have to choose, his mom said. I'm afraid you must. But how? Jameson cried. It's impossible! But all too soon, it was time. Okay, Jameson, his mother said, moments before the wedding began. This is it. Have you decided? No. Well, it's a tough decision, but I know you can figure it out. She kissed his forehead and went inside. Jameson sank in despair. But how? How? How do I make such a decision? Arg! Just then, Jo appeared. Her hair played happily in the sunny breeze, and her eyes shone like the summer stars, and her smile warmed his very soul. "Hey, Jameson, I'm so glad you're here. I'll see you inside." And as quickly as she disappeared, she was gone. Jo's soft, sweet voice lingered in the air. And in that golden moment, Jameson's choice became clear. The wedding began, and Jameson appeared right on cue, looking quite dashing in his tuxedo. During the ceremony, Jameson stood very still. Afterward, he posed for every picture with perfect charm and grace. And at dinner, he was pleasant and courteous, and his manners were impeccable. But the moment the dance music began, a pair of black pants fell to the floor. He wore both. And Jameson danced like no one had ever danced before. It does look pretty good. Green pants and a tuxedo. Who would have thought? And that's the story. Green pants. All right. That's all the time we have for stories and songs today. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon.